What if a single broken promise could change your entire destiny? Imagine a choice so powerful that it could either build an empire for you or leave you with nothing but regret. This isn't just a hypothetical question. It's the very heart of a story that unfolded in a quiet, sun-drenched village nestled near the ancient city of Damascus. In this village lived a man named Ibrahim. He wasn't a king or a wealthy trader. His reputation wasn't built on gold or land, but on something far more valuable, his word. People in the village knew that if Ibrahim gave his promise, it was as solid as the mountains that watched over them. His honesty was his greatest treasure, a legacy he was building one truthful day at a time. One morning, as the market was just beginning to stir with life, a well-known merchant, rich and respected, approached Ibrahim. The merchant's face was etched with a mix of excitement and concern. He was about to embark on the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca, a journey that could take months, even years. He held a heavy leather pouch, its contents clinking softly. "Ibrahim," he said, his voice low and serious, "I am entrusting this to you. Inside are 1,000 gold coins, my life savings. I trust no one else. Guard it for me until I return." Ibrahim, understanding the gravity of this trust, this amana accepted the pouch without hesitation. "It will be as safe as if it were in your own hands," he vowed. "Go with peace, and may Allah accept your pilgrimage." The merchant smiled, a weight lifted from his shoulders, and soon he was gone, disappearing over the dusty horizon. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. The seasons changed, children grew, and the village evolved, but there was no sign of the merchant. A year passed, then 2, then 5. Whispers began to circulate in the village. "The roads are dangerous," some would say. Perhaps he fell ill on his journey. Others were more direct. "He must have passed away. No one is gone for this long and simply returns." His friends would leave, muttering about his stubbornness, unable to understand his deep-rooted principles. For Ibrahim, integrity was not a matter of convenience. It was the very essence of his faith. One fateful evening, the sky turned a menacing shade of gray. The wind howled like a grieving wolf, and a storm of unprecedented fury descended upon the village. Rain fell in blinding sheets, and the earth trembled. When the dawn finally broke, it revealed a scene of devastation. Ibrahim's humble home, the one he had built with his own hands, was in ruins. The walls had collapsed. The roof was gone, and all their meager possessions were destroyed, washed away or buried under the rubble. He and his family stood amidst the wreckage, with nothing left but the clothes on their backs. They had no food, no shelter, and no savings to rebuild. The despair was a physical weight, pressing down on them. In this moment of utter desperation, his wife, her eyes filled with tears, looked at him. "Ibrahim," she pleaded, her voice trembling, "we have nothing. Our children are hungry and cold. That gold, the merchant is never coming back. We could use it to rebuild our home, to buy food. Surely, Allah would understand our plight." Ibrahim looked at his crying children, his heart aching with a pain deeper than any physical hunger. The temptation was immense, a whisper of logic in a sea of chaos. But then he looked at the pouch of gold, which he had managed to save from the storm. He held it in his hands. He looked back at his wife, his own eyes glistening with unshed tears. It was a period of immense hardship, a true test of their faith and resilience. Yet, through it all, Ibrahim never once touched the merchant's gold. The pouch remained hidden, a symbol of his unbreakable honor. Then, one afternoon, a figure appeared on the road leading to the village. He was an old man, his clothes tattered and caked with the dust of a long journey. He leaned heavily on a walking stick, his body frail and weary from years of travel and hardship. He looked like a beggar, and most villagers paid him no mind. But as he drew closer, Ibrahim's heart skipped a beat. There was something familiar in the old man's eyes. The traveler stopped in front of Ibrahim's makeshift shelter and looked at him. His voice was hoarse as he spoke. Do you remember me? Ibrahim stared, and then recognition dawned. It was the merchant. Older, weaker, and worn down by life, but it was him. The merchant explained his long absence. He had been robbed, sold into slavery in a distant land, and had only just managed to escape and make the arduous journey back home after all these years. He had lost everything and returned expecting nothing. Tears of joy and relief streamed down Ibrahim's face. Without a word, he went inside and returned with a leather pouch still heavy with gold. He placed it in the merchant's trembling hands. Your amana asterisk, Ibrahim says simply. I have guarded it as I promised. The merchant opened the pouch and saw his gold coins, all 1,000 of them, gleaming just as they had the day he left. He broke down weeping uncontrollably. But his tears were not just for his recovered wealth. Ibrahim, he sobbed, looking up at the man who had lost everything yet kept his word. You not only saved my fortune, but you have saved your soul. In a world where promises are so easily broken, you have held on to yours through poverty and disaster. The merchant, deeply moved by Ibrahim's unwavering integrity, made a decision on the spot. This gold has brought me nothing but trouble, he declared. When you hold fast to your promises, when you guard the trust placed in you, even when it's difficult, even when the world tells you to do otherwise, you are not just being honorable. You are planting seeds of faith. And from those seeds, Allah opens doors of provision and blessing that you could never have imagined. True wealth isn't what you have in your hands, but what you hold in your heart. Trust and piety, or *Taqwa*, will never ever leave a person empty-handed. If you believe that honesty always brings blessings, or *Baraka*, let us know in the comments by writing trust in Allah with a white heart emoji. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of our community. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories that inspire the heart and soul. Until next time, stay blessed.